and welcome back to Moushu's Pilates Studios YouTube channel. I'm Moushumi Kuvawala, a physiotherapist and a master educator for Pilates training programs. So, this is going to be a Q&A because I get so many questions on how should I start my Pilates career? What do I do? Where do I take it? So we're going to take you through a few general questions, and you could be anyone interested in Pilates. You could be a Pilates enthusiast, you could be a fitness enthusiast, you're somebody from the fitness world and you want to enhance your journey and learn a little bit more about Pilates, or you could be an allied healthcare professional and you want to now use Pilates as an exercise form to help with rehabilitation, pain, right all the way up to management into function. So here we go. So let's kind of start with thinking about how to kind of define Pilates. Pilates is an exercise program and it works on mind-body centric. So its focus is really working from the deep. We work from the core, we think about posture and alignment, and then we do an entire body workout. Now Pilates has evolved through a couple of years as it's moved along in different parts of the world. But inherently, Pilates could be either mat work Pilates or it could be equipment or apparatus-based Pilates. Different styles of Pilates in different institutes have taken it from contemporary or what's also called the classical or traditional Pilates into different areas of focus, and a few institutes teach it differently. But at the end of the day, every exercise in Pilates will be taught wherever you go. It's becoming a boom now, isn't it? It's spreading worldwide, but here we are in India and we are capturing that boom. So everyone wants to do a little bit of Pilates. It's a great fitness form. It really helps you understand your body and it helps you work out better for any other program that you're already doing. So whether you're a sports person, maybe you're swimming, or you're a dancer, or you want to just go and really get your act together in the gym, Pilates just helps you think about your focus, your posture and alignment, and working deep from the core. And it's a great way of injury prevention. And I think that's the reason why it's become so popular in India as well. I think the start of any career is for you to understand what it is that you're getting into. So generally my first recommendation to all my students who are even thinking about going into Pilates and training would be to try a few classes. So if you want to certify in mat work Pilates, then that's where you would go. If you want to certify with equipment Pilates, then you must do classes, because that's going to give you some definition about, hey, is this what I really want to do? Do I really enjoy the program for myself? And only if you love it and enjoy it, are you going to be able to teach it well. Once you've done that, then you have to choose the right certification. So you're going to, have to look at what it is that you want out of your certification. And there are many institutes that are available, like we teach from the Australian Physiotherapy and Pilates Institute, and it's known as APPI in general. It's a world-known leading provider for Pilates programs, and it's internationally recognized. So that's the other thing you want to check. Is it internationally recognized? And can I take this along with me wherever I go? Once you've done that, you want to really think about practicing. So you've got to also look at maybe a few spaces that once you do your certification, will you be able to enhance your own learning first before you go out there to become a teacher. So the APPI certification, like I mentioned, is already globally renowned. And that's really important because you can take it along with you wherever you go. It is a program that has been curated for everybody. which means you could be in any field, in any line, and at any point in your switch to career or starting your career, and you would be able to find a program within our APPI certificate programs that you would be able to enroll into. Some of the salient features that made me choose APPI and take my journey forwards was that it is a brilliantly curated program. It's one of the only few programs that I know of which has a lot of research-based program planning. So every program that you curate, and it's not just about learning the exercise, of course we have to learn the exercise, but what else does the program give? It gives you a structure on how to plan programs for people. Maybe they are just starting out with exercises, maybe they've had some pain, maybe they've had some injury. So it helps the instructor pick exercises from different levels and choose which one is appropriate. So the focus here being you assess the client, so you learn how to assess. Then you plan a program which is very relevant to the client. You know how to progress because there are so many levels that you're taught the program in. And then you take them all the way up to their function. And then their function could be, I just want to be able to sit at my desk and work at the computer. Or, I'm a football player or I'm a ballet dancer. So it could take you up to an elite level of sport that you want to reach your functionality into. So this is a great program for trainers because it allows you not only to plan the program, break it down into different levels, but also there's a lot of research telling you the why of each and every exercise. So hey, there's the justification for why you're doing what you're doing. We also learn a lot of anatomy. And it's not just anatomy, like you're not just learning about muscles and bones, but anatomy that is relevant to the exercises. And here again, as your path to becoming a really good instructor, so you've done a certification, but you should be able to know your client. And in knowing your client, you've got to understand their posture, their alignment, the way they move. And for that, anatomy plays a really important role. So this is already included as a part of your APPI journey. So now let's go into the process of starting the career. So first we're going to enroll into the course. Now you've got to choose from the mat work course or the equipment course. Are you going to just work in a studio where you're going to take only floor-based exercises? Then the APPI mat work series is a great place to start. Are you going to work in both places? Or are you just going to work in a studio where you have you have all the equipment? Then the APPI equipment series is a great place to start. Once you've enrolled and finished your course, right, the next thing that one must do is start their own practice. So you're going to practice on yourself. You're going to practice with friends and family. And once you get into the groove and a little bit more confidence, then you're going to maybe start working with your clients. What is really mandatory also is for you to spend some time with observation. So we at Moushumi Pilates have multiple studios in Pune and Mumbai where we offer observation and training programs after you've completed your course, and so therefore you can definitely get in touch with us for that. And then the last kind of part of it is once you're confident, you've spent enough number of hours in your training, you give what's known as the certification exam. So when you finish the courses, you get a certificate of attendance. Once you finish the exam is when you are an APPI certified matchwork or equipment Pilates instructor. And then you're ready to go out into the world and, kickstart your career. You can give the exam over a period of about 2 years. So don't worry about that. I know I've mentioned it already, but don't worry about that. That's kind of like a goal, and it also helps you plan for it. So then you're studying a little bit more, you revise a little bit more, and then that really helps consolidate your own learning. That's somewhere where I started. I mean, of course, I'm a physiotherapist well before that. Got into this training, loved the program, started working with a lot of my rehab clients, found that it did beautifully. And then, after all of that mat work, I just went into doing some reformer training. Then I got into doing the chair, this and that, and all of that together. And I absolutely loved it. But I wasn't sure how far I should stretch myself. So I started with a small space, one reformer and a chair. And it was beautiful. It just grew. My clients loved it, my patients loved it, and it just kept growing. And the lucky part of it now is that it's just reached a full momentum, right? I started over 20 years ago, but it's in this great momentum. So if this is what you're thinking about, it's the perfect format. So this concludes our video on how to become a Pilates instructor, your career guide, right? If you've liked this video and it's been helpful, definitely give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to add any suggestions or comments in the comment section, and especially if there's any particular video you'd like us to do next, we would love to get and hear from you on that one. The next step for you is then, if you really want to read about this in more detail on how to build a successful Pilates career, a step-by-step guide, that's what we have on our blog section on our website. So go on to www.moushumi.com, and there you can read the blog, have a look at our teacher training programs, and hope to see you soon.